Deep in the frozen caves of Europe, scientists pull massive skulls from the limestone. Cave bear remains, thousands of them. Giants that walked the Ice Age alongside woolly mammoths. And buried in the evidence is a question that challenges everything we assume about prehistoric predators. Could one of these bears actually kill a mammoth? The fossil record preserves moments of violence, bite marks on bone, shattered ribs, signs of struggle frozen in stone for 40,000 years. But when paleontologists examine cave bear skeletons, they find something unexpected. The teeth tell a different story than the size suggests. Cave bears stood over 3 meters tall on their hind legs. Males weighed up to 600 kilograms. Massive animals, built like modern grizzlies, but heavier. Their claws measured 15 centimeters long. Their jaws could crush bone, but those jaws evolved for something else entirely. Isotope analysis of cave bear teeth reveals a diet composed almost entirely of plants, roots, tubers, grasses, seasonal fruits. The wear patterns on their molars match herbivores, not carnivores. Their digestive systems processed vegetation with remarkable efficiency. These were not hunters. Modern brown bears kill elk and moose when opportunity permits. They ambush salmon during spawning runs. They scavenge carcasses through winter. But cave bears followed a different evolutionary path. Their massive size came from consuming enormous quantities of plant material, not from pursuing prey. The mammoth presents a different biological equation entirely. Adult woolly mammoths weighed between 4 and 6 tons, 20 times heavier than the largest cave bear. Their tusks curved 3 meters long, weapons capable of impaling predators with a single sideways sweep. Mammoth social structure centered on protective matriarchs. Calves stayed surrounded by defensive adults. Fossil evidence shows mammoth herds formed defensive circles when threatened. The oldest females faced outward, young animals sheltered in the center. This formation appears repeatedly in trackway fossils across Siberia and North America. No solitary predator could penetrate that wall. But the Ice Age created exceptions. Harsh winters, failed migrations, drought that dried up water sources for hundreds of kilometers. Under extreme pressure, animal behavior shifts. Desperation overrides normal patterns. Cave bear fossils show seasonal starvation markers. Growth lines in their teeth paused during winter months. Some individuals died in their caves, their bones displaying signs of protein deficiency. When spring vegetation failed to appear, these massive animals faced a biological crisis. Modern bears under similar stress become opportunistic. Grizzlies in Alaska occasionally attack adult moose when salmon runs fail. Polar bears increasingly hunt walrus as sea ice disappears. The shift happens when caloric need exceeds risk tolerance. The calculation changes. For a starving cave bear emerging from winter hibernation, a lone mammoth calf represents 10,000 calories. Mammoth grave sites provide crucial evidence. Paleontologists have documented juvenile mammoth remains showing carnivore damage. Tooth marks consistent with large predators. Broken bones indicating feeding activity. Most damage comes from cave hyenas and cave lions. But some sites show different patterns. In Romania, a 2-year-old mammoth skeleton displays unusual trauma. The ribs show crushing damage inconsistent with feline predators. The feeding pattern suggests a different approach, less precise, more opportunistic. The bear-sized tooth marks raise questions. But questions are not conclusions. The biological constraints remain severe. Even a juvenile mammoth at 2 years old weighs close to a ton. Its mother remains nearby for 4 more years. Mammoth family groups separate only under extreme circumstances. Calves that stray get retrieved within minutes. A cave bear attempting to isolate a young mammoth faces an immediate counterattack. Modern elephant behavior provides the closest analog. African elephants kill more lions than lions kill elephants. A protective mother can gore a predator with minimal effort. Her tusks evolved specifically for defense. Her bulk makes her nearly invulnerable to anything except coordinated pack hunters. Mammoths possess the same advantages. Cave bears were solitary animals. Their fossil distribution shows individual territories, not pack ranges. They lacked the communication systems that make wolf packs lethal. A lone bear could not execute the complex flanking maneuvers required to separate a calf from its mother. The fossil evidence confirms this reality. Mammoth remains show virtually no sign of cave bear predation. Despite thousands of cave bear specimens analyzed across Europe and Asia, researchers find no mammoth bones in their dens, no catching behavior, no feeding sites. The interaction simply did not occur with any regularity. But biology allows for exceptions in extreme scenarios. A mammoth calf orphaned by disease. An adult mammoth weakened by injury and separated from the herd. A cave bear desperate enough to take extraordinary risks. In modern ecosystems, brown bears occasionally kill adult bison when conditions align. The bear must catch the bison away from the herd. The bison must be compromised by injury or deep snow. The bear must maintain the attack through multiple charges, risking broken bones and goring. The success rate is less than 10%. For a cave bear facing a mammoth, the mathematics are worse. The size differential exceeds any modern bear-prey relationship. The mammoth's tusks create a danger zone extending 3 meters in every direction. A single defensive strike could shatter a bear's skull or puncture its chest cavity. The fossil record shows cave bears with healed injuries consistent with intraspecific combat, fighting each other, but it shows no evidence of injuries consistent with mammoth defensive strikes. No tusk punctures, no trampling damage. This absence speaks clearly. When paleontologists reconstruct Ice Age ecosystems, they assign cave bears the ecological role of mega herbivores. Competitors with mammoths of vegetation, not predators of mammoth young. Both species consumed massive quantities of plants. Both required overlapping resources. Competition, not predation, defined their relationship. The cave paintings of Zeovit and Lascaux support this interpretation. Ancient humans depicted cave bears and mammoths separately. Cave lions attacking prey. Humans hunting bison. But no images show bears threatening mammoths. Our ancestors, who lived alongside both animals, never recorded such an event. Climate data reveals why interactions remained minimal. Cave bears preferred forested valleys and limestone cave systems. Mammoths thrived on open grasslands and tundra. Geographic overlap existed, particularly during seasonal migrations, but the animals occupied different ecological niches, different food sources, different shelter requirements, different social structures. The question itself emerges from a modern assumption about bear behavior. We know grizzlies as apex predators. We document polar bears hunting seals. We forget that bear evolution produced multiple strategies. Not every large bear became a specialized hunter. Cave bears evolved toward herbivory. Their extinction 24,000 years ago likely resulted from climate change eliminating their preferred plant foods and cave habitats. They did not die out because they failed as predators. They died out because they succeeded as herbivores in a changing world. Could a cave bear physically kill a mammoth under some theoretical alignment of circumstances? The biomechanics suggests possible yes. A massive bear possesses the tools. The strength exists. But could such an event happen with enough frequency to leave fossil evidence? The ecological and behavioral data say no. The absence of evidence, when thousands of specimens exist, becomes evidence of absence. The fossils reveal two giants of the Ice Age, living parallel lives in a frozen world, both herbivores, both vulnerable to the same climate pressures, both navigating the same desperate winters. Not predator and prey, just two species trying to survive, using different strategies in an environment that would ultimately defeat them both. The cave bear's legacy isn't written in the bones of mammoths. It's written in the limestone walls where they sheltered, in the pollen preserved in their teeth, in the ecological niche they carved for themselves, a niche that never required them to become mammoth killers.